Welcome, dearest patrons and poltergeists, to Chateau Macabre, a gay horror podcast where we give our hot takes, gay brain theories, and initial reactions, keeping it cool, creepy, and camp with our original topics that never fail to please.
Yes, welcome back to our show. I'm Robert.
I'm Kyle.
And we're here to share with you some horror news updates and announcements, reviews, recommendations, and some spooky discussions talking about our favorite horror movies and characters. So without further introduction, let's get into our show with our news updates.
Let's do it.
Starting off, Spirit Halloween is officially open for the 2024 season. The Halloween Superstore's flagship location opened August 1st in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, and other stores around the country are expected to roll out their own openings in the coming weeks. Spirit's main theme for Halloween 2024 is Welcome to the Carn-Evil, a fun take on carnival-themed animatronics, costumes, and other products as showcased in the store's main walkthrough. A rep for Spirit Halloween told Good Morning America the company is focused on fun this year, attempting to create creepy but lighthearted good times for Halloween fans everywhere. You'll see this effort throughout the trending items, most notably this year's crop of animatronics, decor, and more. I do have to admit something. I did visit Spirit Halloween. Honestly, it's Spirit. You know what to expect from Spirit.
Same stuff? Is it like Carnival themed as they mentioned?
Yeah, I mean, there's some carnival. Well, there are some carnival things there. I can't really say that it's like particularly themed any different than it is any other year. There's some scary clown animatronics, but there are scary clown animatronics every year. So I don't really know what makes that different this year. But I mean, it's Spirit. What's not to love about Spirit if you're like a fan of like spooky Halloween stuff? So, or
if you need that overpriced last minute costume.
Yeah, which I will probably be getting this year because I still can't figure out what I'm going to be this year.
So many good choices.
But yes, Spirit is officially open for all of you Halloween freaks out there.
Get shopping, bitches. All right. In addition to next year's sequel, Megan 2.0, set to arrive in theaters June 27, 2025, the Megan universe will also be expanding with a spin-off horror movie called Soulmate. Deadline reports that Lily Sullivan from the recent Evil Dead Rise and Monolith movies will star in this upcoming flick. The website details Sullivan will portray the gorgeous, artificially intelligent android that a man acquires to help him cope with the loss of his recently deceased wife. Soulmate is being billed as a 90s-style erotic thriller with a new technological twist, and it's coming to theaters on January 2nd, 2026. Megan's going sexy.
Well, technically it's not Megan. It's like her hot older sister. Yeah. It's really funny that you're talking about this because I don't know if you've heard about this, but there's a new movie coming out next month called Subservience, starring Megan Fox. And based on everything you've just said right now, it is literally the exact same movie.
Same copy, yeah. I've heard about the Megan Fox thing.
It's a dad and the wife died, and now the robot's trying to seduce him, and it's also very clearly a 90s inspired erotic thriller. It's literally the exact same movie. I know the gays, we love to stand Megan in this house, but Megan Fox kind of got the jump on this one. So,
no, I definitely feel like, it's Blumhouse, so it's the copy and paste situation.
True. I mean, it's not even like either of these movies are like original for this. Like there have also been like robotic erotic thrillers. Like there was Ex Machina. Like this is not something new.
I definitely feel that horror is going, for horror trends, if we're just throwing it out there, maybe if you agree with me, I think horror is going sexy this year. Because like horror was in abundance last year, and now that it's profitable and it's kind of picking up in the mainstream, they're finding the different niches that horror can like get into. And obviously the 90s 80s thing, like with Maxine coming out, I just feel like the emphasis on like sex is coming back, I guess. What do you think?
I hadn't really noticed that. I mean, besides this one, Subservience, and I guess Maxine, I haven't really noticed any other like super sexy horror movies coming out.
I guess we'll stay tuned with this one.
But yeah, I'll be keeping an eye out for Soulmate, anything part of the Megan universe.
The Megan universe.
Yeah. But moving on, a gothic-themed pool party is coming back to West Hollywood. Skybar LA is hosting Ghoul Party, a gothic pool party and swim club. the luxurious rooftop oasis in the hills of West Hollywood will undergo a chilling transformation into the dreaded Black Lagoon. This macabre affair is exclusively for those aged 21 and above and will include live DJ sets, themed cocktails, and special performances. Upscale Gothic and pool attire is strongly encouraged. Their first party was held just a couple weeks ago on August 3rd and was such a success that they are bringing the party back later this month on Saturday, August 24th. You can get your tickets at midnightsouls.com. I don't know if you've heard about this, but I've gotten some ads for it on Instagram, which is what made me want to talk about this. I personally am kind of tempted to go. It looks really cool.
I know. Oh my gosh. I wish I was still drinking though, because this sounds so fun.
It does.
Like I'm kind of in the summer mood this year, and obviously this is right up our alley. It's gonna be gay. Do you think it's gonna be gay or straight? Because
I mean, it's in West Hollywood, so I mean, I can imagine like a lot of, from what I've just seen online, some people who went to like the first event, it's a lot of women actually, like, the crowd, like the spooky horror goth chicks who like to go to those,
and they drag their boyfriends like along with them.
yeah but I'm sure there'll be some gays there too. I unfortunately don't own any like upscale gothic swimwear, so if I
black Speedo,
so if I decide to go, I'm gonna have to do some shopping. But yeah, I'm kind of tempted to do this. It sounds really fun and like a gothic themed pool party. What's not to love about that?
Yeah, I'm literally going to be there like under the umbrella with the other goths, just like sipping a virgin mocktail. All right, Searchlight Pictures has shared several first look images from the upcoming horror film Hold Your Breath. The movie will debut on Hulu for the Halloween season, premiering exclusively on the platform October 3, 2024. Sarah Paulson, Eben Moss-Bachrach, Amaya Miller, and Annalay Ashford lead the cast of the Hulu horror thriller from directors Carrie Krause and William Joines. The film takes place amid the horrific dust storms of the 1930s Oklahoma. Watching as a woman, played by Sarah Paulson, is convinced that a sinister presence is threatening her family. More to come soon.
This sounds like an interesting premise. I don't really think I've ever seen a movie that takes place in like the Dust Bowl, so that sounds like a pretty interesting concept.
But didn't we just have like Twister come out too?
Well, yes.
But I mean, I honestly like have not watched it. I don't know if I'm interested enough, but
I don't either. I mean, my sister-in-law is like obsessed with Glenn Powell for some reason, and she kept like going on and on about wanting to see it because of him, and I'm like, okay, like sure. do you, girl. Like, I don't see it. He looks like a capybara to me, but go off.
Not the capybara.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing that interests me about this specific news update is that the movie will debut on Hulu exclusively. So I'm trying, I really hope that they kind of pick this up again for the Halloween season when the streaming services fight over, who has the hottest new Halloween flick, because they do that a lot. All right.
But yes, this sounds interesting. So that brings us to the end of our news updates. So we will get into our discussion for this episode. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a different episode because today we are doing our first ever Miss Creepy Doll Pageant. So today we are going to be taking 5 of the most iconic creepy killer dolls from across the horror genre, whether that be movies or TV or video games, and we're going to be putting them in our very own beauty pageant. Or creepy pageant. I don't know what you would call this because they're not particularly pretty.
Yeah. It's creepy Miss Creepy Doll Pageant.
Yes. And we'll be judging the 5 dolls, each in 5 separate categories. Now the categories are talent, swimsuit, social cause, deadliness, and a very special question and response category, which is describe your perfect date. So since this is all like hypothetical, like we don't literally have these dolls here like on a runway strutting it and talking to us or whatever.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, we're going to be doing our best to try and imagine what they'd be doing like in these categories. And I feel like we're pretty well enough fans of them that we can kind of guess how they would be in these categories.
Absolutely.
Yes. And just like Mamoru herself, we will be judging them accordingly and giving them all scores between 1 and 10. And at the end of all of this, whoever has the highest score will officially be crowned Miss Creepy Doll 2024. So without further ado, let's get into our first contestant, who is Miss Tiffany Valentine from the Chucky franchise.
All right. Just to give a contestant bio on Miss Tiffany. Miss Tiffany Valentine is most known for being Chucky's longtime girlfriend in both human and doll forms. With her hoochie mama eyeshadow and overdrawn black lipstick, she sure stands out from the crowd despite being a mere 2 feet tall. When she's not out murdering innocent people with her partner, she spends her time educating her non-binary child, Glenn/Glenda, on the subject of murder. So, would you like to get into the talent part of the competition?
Yes. So I think for Miss Tiffany's talent, I feel like she has got a few like good talents up her sleeve. First, obviously, she's pretty talented in like voodoo witchcraft. Like she and Chucky, that's like a big thing for them. They both practice voodoo.
Spirituality.
Yeah.
Yes.
But even more than that, like Tiffany's main talent is just like being a serial killer and killing people in very creative ways. Like I remember there's this one scene in like Seed of Chucky where she's just like running around this mansion and like she like there's this guy sitting at like a dinner table having dinner with what's her name, Jennifer Tilly, and like Tiffany just comes up under the table and like slices open his guts and like and Tiffany or Jennifer Tilly doesn't even notice that he's dead. He's just like sitting there with his guts hanging out.
I mean, talk about a creative kill. Plus the fact that she's very short like helps with a stealth aspect.
Exactly, yeah.
But we can get into deadliness in the next category.
Yes. So for Miss Tiffany's talent, I'm going to give her a score of, I'll say 7. Okay. I think that's fair.
We have 7 for the talent competition.
What would you judge her as?
We have a lot more to see from the other contestants, but I would give her a 5.
A 5.
Yeah,
wow.
I
Not
know.
very generous.
Sorry, I'm heightest.
All right, moving on to swimsuit. Now, for Tiffany's swimsuit, I personally feel like she would wear something very slutty.
Of course.
I mean, Tiffany, she's such like a sexual character. Like she's always got like her cleavage showing. She's wearing like a wedding dress, but like, you know, she's not a virgin. Like she's wearing white, but she's definitely
irony.
Yeah.
She's funny too.
And just her makeup. Like her makeup is so seductive. She's got the smoky eye and the dark lips.
Jersey.
So yeah, I definitely think she'd wear something like slutty and low cut, maybe like a 2-piece.
100%. Just show off those like tats. She's tatted up.
She is tatted. Yeah. For swimsuit, I think I'd give Tiffany probably like an 8. An 8 seems right.
Okay, I feel like I'm not on the Tiffany fan club in this one.
Wow.
I give her a 5 as well.
Explain yourself.
Okay, I just feel like, you know, I care about style and design and fashion. She's relying on her just God-giving assets at this point.
True, but
I don't think the swimsuit would like be... Truthfully, I think the swimsuit would be something she would have purchased like from, I don't know, Nordstrom Rack or something.
Well, technically, she probably wouldn't purchase it at all. She would just shoplift it.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Classy.
But, you know, I appreciate that she does rely on her looks because we'll get into it with our other contestants, but some of the rest of them aren't very good to look at. So,
that is fair.
Yeah, so I appreciate that she at least is pleasant to look at.
Exactly.
But you'd score her as what again? 5?
A 5.
Okay.
Just purely on the swimsuit.
Okay.
That is stolen. Getting into her social causes, you know, she's a big fan of the LGBTQIA rights.
Yes. Tiffany, she does have a queer child, Glenn/Glenda. And I don't know if you'd watch like the Chucky TV show, but she is honestly very supportive of like the entire LGBTQIA plus community. Like she's an ally. She is an ally. Well, she's more than an ally. I believe it's implied that Tiffany is also queer. Bi or queer or something.
She
undefined.
Got that third doll with Chucky on his birthday.
Yes. But even more than that, she supports LGBTQ rights to kill people specifically. She's always trying to encourage her child Glenn/Glenda to murder as much as possible and
See,
kill.
that's a good mother. Like, you teach your child life lessons.
Yeah, don't teach them to just lie down and
These are-
take the bullying, like kill your bullies.
No, these are like street smarts that, you know, you can't learn in school.
Yes. So for social cause, I'm going to give Tiffany a score of, I'm going to give her a 10, honestly. Yeah, just for being an ally.
Okay, you know
And more
what?
than an ally.
I'm getting off the hater train. I'm giving her a 9 for this.
A 9.
Yes.
All right. So moving on to deadliness. Tiffany is very deadly. I mean, she's been in several movies now, and a few seasons of the TV show, and she's killed dozens, if not hundreds of people at this point. She is probably, I will say, she's probably the deadliest doll on this list. So I'm going to give her another 10.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even count the number of, you know, murders she has done, because this is like across several different movies. And you mentioned the TV show as well. So this includes like both joint killings like that she and her husband did together.
Right, exactly.
Both joint and individual. So, yeah, I honestly give her a 10.
Okay.
I agree with you.
All right. Now on for question and response. Tiffany, describe your perfect date. I think Tiffany's perfect date would obviously be something very romantic between her and Chucky. You know, she'd want to watch, like, she does love watching scary movies, so she'd probably put on like The Bride of Frankenstein or Crimson Peak, some kind of gothic romance.
Love that.
She'd perform like some kind of voodoo love sex spell to like really set the mood and like get them going. And then they'd probably go out together and start killing innocent people, other couples. Just that's their love language. Murder is their love language.
100%. And you know what? It's so focused on love. You know, I love love, and Tiffany is, you know, a true romantic at heart, and doing things that are unique to your relationship, like murder, you know, decapitation, everything gory, and of course, like, still being a good mother on the side. So I think for her perfect date, I'd score her an 8.
An 8. Okay.
Yes.
I think I'd also score her an 8. All right. So that is Miss Tiffany. Now moving on to our second contestant, who is Megan.
All right, so contestant bio for Megan. Miss Megan, last name, serial number 66669, is most known for being Funky Toy Company's latest AI model robot companion. With her classic Ralph Lauren-inspired inverted pleat shift dress, accessorized with her statement pussy bow worn over a long sleeve striped beatnik top, she is certainly one of the most fashion-forward dolls in horror cinema history. Despite being a doll, she still takes the time to accessorize with her signature rimless circular shades, just for the drama of it all. When she's not in power-saving mode charging her main battery source, she spends her time detecting new threats to eliminate in order to protect Katie.
Yes, so starting off with the talent category, Megan is very talented. She's very musically inclined.
Yes.
She can play the piano. She can sing a mean cover of Titanium. But I think most notably that I think most people know her for is her TikTok dances.
Triple
she's
threat.
She's a great dancer. Like she can sing and play instruments and all that. So honestly, for talent, I'm gonna have to give her a 10.
Yeah, I give her a 10 as well.
10s across the board.
10s across the board.
Yes. Moving on to swimsuit. Now, as you just said a little while ago, Megan is very fashionable. Dare I say, she's probably the most fashionable doll on this list. So I think for swimwear, she'd probably wear something very chic, something very designer. She wouldn't have stolen it from Nordstrom Rack like Tiffany Valentine. She would
3D print it herself.
Yes, literally.
Yeah.
If not, getting it sent to her right from Ralph Lauren himself. Yeah.
Connections.
Yes.
She hacked into his email and then sent it to herself.
Yes. But she'd wear something very easily like day to night wear for when you have like a pool party at 6, a runway show at 7, and then have to go murder some people at 8.
See, we love a girl who is a planner.
So for swimwear, I think I'll give her a 9.
Okay. See, and just to point out, she is also one of the more yassified dolls in this lineup.
That's true. That's
so
true.
see, you can have style and be pretty. You shouldn't just rely on your looks. I'm sorry, I'm shitting on like I
Tiffany?
should be an unbiased judge, but I give Megan a 9.
A 9. Okay.
Yes.
Moving on to social cause. Megan cares most, obviously, about children. She's all about protecting the children, mostly from like the dumbass idiots adults in those children's lives.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's just all about like taking care of children, orphans. Of course, she's also the one making the children orphans by killing their parents, but that's neither here nor there. She just cares a lot about children, probably too much. So I'm probably gonna have to give her. I'll give her a 5 for social cause.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great social cause. I just don't care about children, so I give her a 4 for social cause. I mean,
I get
like
it.
like
I get it.
like Melania said, "Fuck the children." So
Moving on to deadliness. Now, Megan so far has only appeared in one movie. She's getting some sequels, but so far in that one movie, she's only killed 6 people, which, you know, is not bad. It's not nothing, but there's some room for improvement there. So I'm gonna give her a 6 for her 6 kills.
yeah, I mean, if we're talking about deadliness, I definitely agree. I have the same number 6, for 6 people. And yeah, at first I was thinking that, her targets were very like only direct threats to her and Katie, but then she also killed that one guy in the elevator who wasn't really a direct threat.
Yes, the comedian.
Yeah. So, 6.
All right. And finally, moving on to question and response. Megan, what is your perfect date? I think she wants to go on a date where she can meet a man with a big hard drive and who can stick it into her tight little USB port. I'm sorry, we wrote this earlier. She wants to stick it in her USB port, and she don't want no floppy disk either.
No.
She wants to get rammed, RAM, and pumped full of data, so she can, of course, become a motherboard.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What a beautiful date.
I mean, that's the average gay date, so yeah. For this, I'm gonna have to give her. I'll give her a 7. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? 7. Points for her creativity, and she's adapting.
At least she's putting it out there. She's up front.
Yeah. And she's always using protection. She downloaded that antivirus software. And she's like, no viruses for me. I'm not going back to the clinic.
All right. Yeah. Yes, that is Megan. Now moving on to contestant number 3, who is Annabelle.
The more unyassified contestants.
Yeah, for sure.
Contestant bio for Annabelle. Miss Annabelle, known for being the it girl of the Conjuring MCU, with her random appearances in almost every movie despite having little to no association to the main storyline whatsoever. She aims to be a strong team player. On a regular day, she can be found sitting on her rocking chair, facing the window, listening in on everybody's conversations, and conjuring up ideas on how she can bring the attention back to herself.
Love that. Very relatable to me.
What a hoe.
So for the talent category, I would say that Annabelle's talents cover, telekinesis, obviously, demonic possession, magic tricks in general. Yeah.
Would you say her association to the evil spirits is stronger or weaker than Miss Tiffany's?
Probably stronger because, Megan is... I'm getting all these dolls confused. Maybe I'm racist against dolls. Annabelle, literally is a ghost inhabiting a doll's body, or a demon. I guess she's a demon. I don't know. So I'd say her spiritual connection, her spirituality is probably a little stronger than Tiffany's. So for talent, I'll give her an 8.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's a pretty great talent. You can't I would give her a 7.
A 7. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I will say for her talent, I mean, it's not like something we haven't seen before, because a lot of people do possess this ability to connect with demons and evil spirits move shit around. However, you know, she just sits around all day. She just smiles and like
she's not like actively involved,
right. She's not dancing herself.
Right. Like, girl, stand up, do something.
Yeah, at least Tiffany, you know, said stuff.
She needs to step her pussy up.
She really does. That's why it's not higher.
Yeah, okay. Moving on to swimsuit. I think that Annabelle's swimsuit would probably match like her other outfit. She'd probably wear some like old maiden type swimsuit, probably like full body, something from like the 1800s.
Never been washed.
Like,
no,
just like her pussy.
Oh. It's dusty.
Yeah. Yeah, something very old, something very just like old fashioned, not even like, probably wouldn't even be cinched.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that this wouldn't even show her legs or anything, because like, you know, it does look very biblical down there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
for swimsuit, I'm gonna have to give her a 3, honestly.
I give her a 1.
A 1. Wow.
Yeah. I wouldn't let her use the pool, because I feel like if you threw her in there, the pool would just turn brown. And then bugs would start like crawling out.
She is disgusting. Well, it'll probably be worse when we get to Miss Angie later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I forget.
Yeah. But yes, moving on to social cause. Honestly, I think Annabelle's biggest social cause would probably be exposing the Warrens and Lorraine as con artists and not as the spiritual demonologists that they claim to be. Yeah,
I agree.
I think she's probably got some pretty big bones to pick. Even though she herself is a demon, she would probably want to expose like their other, you know, faker stuff.
Right.
Just so that she doesn't have to end up in that museum of theirs.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
You know what? Good on her. I'm sure the Warrens charge an arm and a leg for every visit. They don't pay. They charge a base for every visit. Plus, I'm sure they bill an hourly rate.
Probably.
So Annabelle's just like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I am real, but at the same time, this is not. These people are not qualified. They are nothing of the sort to combat a demon of my level.
Right. Yeah.
So.
I give her an A for effort, but you know she's got to try a little bit harder because a lot of people still think that Ed and Lorraine were legit. So I'm gonna give her a 6.
She was not good. She was not good at her social cause for sure. Give her a 4.
4.
Yeah.
Moving on to deadliness. Honestly, I don't really think that Annabelle is that deadly. I haven't watched all of the Annabelle movies, but like, as far as I can tell, she hasn't killed that many people. Yeah. She's mostly involved in like demonic possession and like, yeah, she'll like throw shit around the room, but like it's mostly to scare people. She's not like impaling people or like throwing knives and shit. She's just like, oh, I threw a chair. Gotcha.
I know. So
for deadliness, I'm going to have to give her a 4.
Yeah. I mean, like, considering she's stuck behind a glass case and, you know, I don't know. 3.
3. And finally, describe your perfect date. I think the thing that Annabelle enjoys doing most of all is scaring Christians. So she'd probably want to take her date down to like, you know, her local church and just like start throwing shit, start throwing the pews, throwing the statues, spilling over the holy water, just scaring annoying Catholics as much as possible, like Ed and Lorraine themselves.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that she loves, you know, I think Sundays are her favorite days for sure. When Chick-fil-A is closed. She gets bored of going to all the Catholic when she goes to like the different denominations. And she's just like, okay, I'm gonna visit the Lutheran one, I'm gonna visit the Presbyterian one, and then the Mormons are next. She goes over to Utah.
Well, she's gonna have to wait another week because don't they meet on Saturday? I don't know.
Do they? I don't know.
For perfect date, I'll give her a 7.
Yeah. I also want to mention that like we did write that she always brings her drag mom.
Valak, yes. Yes, Valak would also be there, and the Crooked Man, and what's her name, Bathsheba, all her
crew.
Conjuring friends, yeah.
The girls.
Getting ready to, for the Conjuring MCU Avengers Endgame.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, evil bitches assemble.
Okay. What would you rate her?
A 5.
5. Moving on to our next contestant. This is Angie from the Resident Evil franchise.
All right. For Miss Angie's bio, meet Angie the doll, Resident Evil's universe's very own pint-sized diva. Born with a penchant for mischief, a face that could launch 1,000 nightmares, and an attitude to match, she's not just a toy, she's a full-blown personality. Angie's hobbies include plotting world domination, or at least a very ambitious tea party. And despite her small stature, Angie has big dreams and even bigger plans to scare the living daylights out of anyone who crosses her path. So next time you're in the mood for a little fright with a side of fabulous, remember, Angie's got you covered in blood.
All right, so for talent, I think, in the game, Angie's talent is obviously, partially ventriloquism. Angie herself, I think it's a little unclear if Angie herself is even alive. I know there's, a parasite inside her, but she's mostly, controlled by Donna, that woman who lives in the house.
I mean, sis has an existential crisis, who am I?
Yes.
What am I? What is my purpose?
Yes. So ventriloquism is baked into her backstory right there. Ventriloquism's, it's cool. I'll give her a 7.
Okay, but can we talk about that Fran Dresser voice?
Yeah, that voice is very annoying.
Shrill.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go to that ventriloquism show.
No, I mean, I would throw the teapot at that bitch. I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Oh my gosh. I'd give her a 6.
6. Okay, just for the voice.
Just for the voice. The voice actually carried it a little bit, even though it's annoying.
Yeah. For swimsuit, I think her, again with Annabelle, I think her swimsuit would match her outfit. So something very moldy, something very old and dusty and white and lacy, because she wears a wedding dress. But she wears a wedding dress like Tiffany, but unlike Tiffany, she's not serving cunt with it. It's just moldy and torn and ripped and not cute. And I think that's what her swimsuit would look like.
Which artist does this does her outfit remind you of?
This is definitely something that Melanie Martinez would wear. Either her or
I can see that.
Or maybe Ash Nico, one of those moldy girls.
Oh, Ash Nico.
Yeah, perfect for them or their fans too, because they stink.
Okay. Did we gave the numbers for the swimsuit, right?
No, I haven't given my score yet, so okay. I'll give her something low. I'll give her a 2.
Yeah, I give her a 3.
3? You're
just
a little more
because she has she has Annabelle's outfit plus a bit extra.
Yeah, I mean, at least she's a little scary.
Yeah.
All right, for social causes, she cares a lot about adult mental health.
Okay.
She's obviously emotional support doll for Miss Donna from Resident Evil. So she's obviously there, for the main cause of mental health awareness and
so important.
Yes. I'm not sure how good of a job she's doing with that, considering Donna is
still
completely mentally unstable, and not only has Angie as her doll, but has a house full of other dolls. That's the thing. Angie's not even the only doll in this house. There's an army of dolls. So something's not working.
Angie cannot do the job herself.
Yeah.
She had a team and she still wasn't able to deliver.
Yeah.
So
which is right too, because she's the first boss in the game. Yeah. But anyway, social cause, I'll give her a 5.
Yeah, a 5.
5. And for deadliness, Angie is pretty deadly. I mean, she's obviously a killer, supernatural parasite. And she also has connection to like all these other dolls who are also alive in this house.
With a multitude of things at their disposal, like forks, knives, everything.
Yeah. So she is pretty deadly. But again, she's like the very first boss you face in the game. So like she's not even the deadliest in this game.
No. They put the easy ones first.
Literally. So I'll give her a 6.
I give her a 4.
A 4. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if she's killed anybody. Maybe she has. Some villagers, probably.
Probably, yeah. But she didn't kill anyone that we saw.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And finally, describe your perfect date. Now, she'd probably want to have like a tea party with her man. She loves tea parties because she is like a little girl's doll. Just don't drink the tea because it's probably laced or spiked with something. She also loves planting flowers. That's part of her backstory, that she and Donna love like planting flowers out by Donna's mom's grave. Specifically hallucinogenic flowers, so they can like keep this Resident Evil parasite, whatever it's called, like alive. And finally, what she'll want to do to her man is, of course, make her man's worst dreams come true.
So there's a little bit of the masochism aspect there.
Yeah.
You know, she's more of the dom.
For perfect date, I'll give her a 7.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Not my cup of tea for this activity, but I will say I give her 8. Because I do like the fact that it's, it has the flower component, the tea component, and also a lot of these other girls would be the sub. But no, she is the dom. So I like that she has a feisty personality. Wow. That would definitely be very charming to some people.
And moving on to our final contestant, it is Brahms from The Boy. The only boy on this list.
See, we're inclusive. We wanted to include all inclusions, all genders in this. All right. So from Brahms contestant bio, meet Brahms, the Healshire's family very own doll, modeled after Troye Sivan, who's not just a piece of porcelain, but also a full-fledged demon twink menace with a penchant for drama. As the kind of doll who takes playing house with daddy to a whole new level, he demands attention, insists on his own set of house rules, which mostly include him being pampered. On a regular day, Brahms enjoys long nights of silently judging anyone who dares touch his stuff, perfecting his creepy stare, and sneaking up on unsuspecting visitors. Brahms proves that being a doll doesn't mean you can't have a little attitude. So the next time you're in the market for a toy with a dark twist, remember, Brahms is here to bring a touch of terror to your toy box.
Yes. Let's play a little game at home. See if you guys can tell when we started using ChatGPT to write these. Yes. So for talent, it's a little harder with Brahms because, like, spoiler for you guys who haven't seen the movie, Brahms is not actually alive. He's just a doll. So I don't know if he actually has any talent. So I guess his talent is just like being a boy toy, literally a boy toy.
Similar to Angie's, like an emotional support.
Yes.
Entity.
He's a boy toy. He's a boy toy for DL guys.
A literal boy toy.
Yes, DL guys so deep in the closet they're literally living inside the walls, like Brahms the human.
I mean, in a way, it's like relatable to how real boy toys and sugar babies have no discernible talents except for being eye candy to their older gentleman friend. Yeah.
As relatable as that might be for some people, not me.
Okay. I had a good time in the early in 2018 to 2020, but okay.
I just don't see that as a talent, so I'm gonna have to give Brahms I'll give him a 3.
Yeah, I give him it's not the best talent, but it is a talent.
Of course you're defending him.
I give him a 5. We have to be fair here. Okay. Impartial.
Okay. For swimsuit, Kyle and I have kind of decided that Brahms is like the gay doll here, so he's probably gonna wear some like Andrew Christian thong or like bikini cut, so he can wear it on like Fire Islands. All the boys can like pay attention to him, you know, get that kind of attention.
Oh yeah, he's at precinct on Thursdays.
I mean, in the movie, he's such like a little fancy boy, so like of course he'd be like the little faggot on the beach.
Oh no, and his Andrew Christian has like little bows and stuff on it
and buttons and whatnot.
Oh my god, it's still classy, but you know, showing the goods.
Honestly, I'll give him a 6. I'll give him a 6.
I'll give him 7.
7. Okay. For social cause, a lot like Donna, he is for emotional support, but he's specifically for men's emotional support. He cares so much about men. He will be there for men with open arms and open legs and an open mouth. He just he just cares so much about men and their emotional support.
Is this a cause that is close to you as well, Robert?
For
caring
me,
about men's emotional support.
I am a taken woman. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I respect this social cause because, you know, it's representing the gay community, you know,
a little too well.
like Tiffany, you know, this is the other side of LGBTQ rights, you know, just making sure that the DL guys have good mental health and good well-being
and empty balls. I'm gonna give him a 6.
Yeah, 6.
Moving on to deadliness. Brahms isn't that deadly, only because only one guy dies in that movie, and technically Brahms himself doesn't even kill him. But he's somewhat deadly.
He just shades people to death.
Yeah, yeah. He will kill anyone who tries to come between him and his man.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give him like a 4.
Yeah, I would give this dude like a 1.
A 1. Wow.
On deadliness. He was just protecting, you know, making sure he killed the competition. Didn't want like his man to have any ideas or options.
And finally, describe your perfect date. I think we kind of know what Brahms's type is like just from watching the movie. So he's into like big, tall, like bearish men. So he'd go out and he'd find like a big, sexy bear to really manhandle him and like push him around, carry him around, and maybe Brahms would try to get that guy all up inside some different kind of walls.
Whatever do you mean?
I think you know what I mean.
All right. I guess he can find a second partner, and they can have
or third or fourth or fifth. Yeah,
they can have a little mansion party together.
For perfect date, honestly, I'll give him a 9 for that.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Okay. Give him an 8.
All right, and the tallies are in. And our winner, the very first Miss Creepy Doll 2024, is, of course, the gay icon herself, Megan.
Woo!
Yes, should have seen that one coming, obviously coming from us. Yeah.
Oh, I know. Clearly not unbiased.
Yeah. But yes, Megan is now our crowned queen.
Congratulations, you USB port
girl.
Like not floppy disk having thing.
Yes. Well, thank you guys for joining us for our very first ever Miss Creepy Doll Pageant. This was so much fun to do for an episode. So if you guys want to let us know what dolls we should do next time for another episode, let us know in whatever comments or social media you may use. But yes, thank you for joining us.
Well, dearest patrons and poltergeists, we hope you enjoyed your stay at Chateau Macabre. If you'd like to see more of our content, you can follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Our YouTube channel is at Chateau Macabre, and our Instagram is at Chateau Macabre Podcast. So join us next time at Chateau Macabre.
Bye.
Chateau Macabre is not endorsed by any of the material owners presented during the show. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only.
All names, pictures, sounds, and clips are registered trademarks of their respective trademark and/or copyright holders.